We are now entering an era where the AI models are not just from ChatGPT, Opus, Gemini, Grok, but also from China. These models are open source and you can install them on your machine. They also claim that the performance is not so much different than the famous models out there. As we can see, this is how GLM compared to ChatGPT 5.4, Opus, and also Gemini 3.1 Pro. And it's not just only in software engineering, but also in different aspects like agentic coding, report generation, and also cybersecurity. It gets better. When it comes to the price, if you go to the GLM coding plan with the same price as Claude Pro, you can get 3 times higher usage. If you go to open code with only $5 for the first month, you can get access to GLM 5.1 and also other high performing open source models. Okay, for these particular experiments that we are running, we are going to be comparing GLM 5.1 versus ChatGPT 5.5 and also Opus 4.7. But we are not interested in creating a landing page or any applications, especially visual-based applications. What we're going to be doing is a little bit more specific and not many people are interested in doing, which is the creation of a software in robotics operating system 2. The code itself is going to be in Python. And what we want is that we have a joystick. And then from the joystick, I'm going to be sending the desired robot and effector positions. And the software should map the effector position to the joint position. Robot itself is going to be Comau NJ130. And this is how the robot looks like. So yes, in this experiment, we're going to be doing a simulation instead of a real robot. But I can promise you the same code that will work generated by the AI can also work with the real robot because we are using robotics operating system. Now, so the joystick is gonna send the desired and effector positions, and the AI is gonna generate a software using ROS2 that map the effector position to the joint positions. And we have 6 joints in here. There is waist, shoulder, elbow active, forearm, wrist angle, and also wrist rotate. There are 6. And the mapping is going to be based on the robotics geometry. For the robotics geometry, which is called forward kinematics, is going to be stored in this fk.jl. So JL is actually Julia, so it's not Python code, it's a Julia code, it's something else entirely. And the AI is responsible to read the geometry and then convert that into Python and also ROS2. So this is the data type diagram in Robotics Operating System 2, ROS2, where the joystick is going to send a joy that consists of axis and also buttons. And then the AI-generated inverse kinematic node is going to receive the axis and buttons to move the desired and effector position. And then it will send a float 64 multi-array to the roster control. And then this roster control is going to send what the simulation is happy to receive so that the joint position in the simulation also moves. So this roster control, for your information, can also be used to the real robot. And we have done this in the past and it worked. Now that we understand the concept behind our experiments, let's go ahead and vibe coding. So apparently I've been recorded for a couple of minutes and then the sound didn't register. I don't know what happened. I think it's my microphone or my setup messed up, I think. Anyway, so for the GLM 5.1, which I am currently doing using OpenCode, and this is the prompt, which is to create inverse kinematic ROS2 Python node that receives joy input from PS5 joystick. And the inverse kinematics will be based on the fk.jl, so essentially the forward kinematics, and which is in this folder, and it's all the folders of the test. Then the output should be in a float 64 multi-array type, and the name of the topic is position controller / commands, and the order is waist, shoulder, elbow active, forearm roll, and then wrist angle, and also wrist rotate. But then by the end of the code, it seems working, but unfortunately I forgot to tell the AI that the join order, the default value is supposed to be 0, 0, minus pi, minus half pi, and then 0, 0, 0. Yeah. And it's the same with ChatGPT 5.5 as well. So apparently it's finished. Okay, the same prompt. And also I forgot to tell ChatGPT the same thing, but I finally told them, and then they changed the default home position. And then what else? What else? The Claude. Oh, Claude is smarter in this case. Where is it? There you go. So Claude by default has already changed, not changed, set the joint position to this. So when I told Claude that we need to set the home joint position to these values, and it told me that that has done in the beginning, so no change needed, which is great. Okay, so everything is finished, and let's give it a go. Let's start with GLM 5.1, but unfortunately it's not written in the roster standard. So what we need to do is we need to do the manual way, like a standard Python 3 way, instead of using the roster launch or roster run, something like that. So I'm gonna go ahead and click enter, and interestingly enough, it's working. So let's go ahead and see the artifice. Okay, and I'm gonna move the robots now using my joystick. Okay. Okay, I don't see anything. I don't know why. I think I know why. I think we need to run a PS5 joystick note. Okay, so I'm gonna move the axe. I don't know if you can see it. Oops, where is it? Okay, interesting. So the inverse kinematic seems to work. Okay, and this is Y, and this is Z. Let's see the yaw. The yaw is also working. Okay, and then ooh, what's happening? Oh, okay. So if I press this button, apparently it goes to the default position. Oh, this is roll. And what else? Okay, how about the pitch? I couldn't find the. Ooh, what is this? Okay, so this is roll. This is Z. This is yaw, and then this is X, and this is Y, and this is X. Okay, I think I'm quite happy with GLM. If we can go back to the terminal again and have a look at the information about this. Okay, so L1 and R1, they're not working because when we press the button, it decided to go to the default position, right? So in this case, GLM isn't get it right for the first attempt. Okay, let's have a look at the Opus then. This is Opus 4.7. The structure is similar to GLM 5.1, which is, it just wrote one file without ROS to kind of a directory standard, So yeah, but what matters is actually the result, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and hit enter, and oh, it's not working. What's happening? So it mentions about, okay, I might make a mistake somewhere. I don't know. Okay, so it's working. Yeah, apparently I forgot to source the roster environment. Now let's have a look at the simulation. Ooh, what is happening here? Okay, I don't know what happened. Oh, what was it's broken? Ooh. I think I know the problem. So yeah, okay. First attempt, it's broken. Well, actually, it's very clear. The problem is that if we go back to the where's the Visual Studio Code? So this one, it's all over the place, isn't it? No, this way, I guess. Yes, this is the one. The problem is it uses R2 and L2 for the Z. And the thing is, these values are not zero when the two buttons are not pressed. So basically, the value of these two when they are not pressed or they're depressed is 1. When you push it all the way, it becomes -1. So 0 has to be in the middle, right? And I think the GLM dodged the bullet because it didn't use R2 and L2 for the linear Z. Or actually, it used it. Actually, it did use it, and it used it for roll, and then it got it right. I think it's just the pitch that wasn't correct. Yeah, interesting. Okay, Opus, I'm not really happy with your results. Okay, for ChatGPT, it's a little bit cleaner because we got this proper ROS to run compared to the other two. But what matter is the result. So I'm gonna hit enter and let's see how it goes. Okay. Despite the fact that I told ChatGPT to change the default orientation, it didn't really change anything apparently. Okay. Anyway, since we're here, so I'm just gonna go ahead and press some button. Maybe something will change, right? Okay, so I keep pressing this is Y, and I don't know what's happening now. Okay. Uh. Okay, is this X? Okay. There you go, ChatGPT 5.5. All right, we finally come to the conclusions. So, in my opinion, GLM 5.1 wins. I mean, I favor GLM 5.1 because for only two prompts. Keep in mind that we sent two prompts for all the AI models. So GLM 5.1's got it right. It even compensated for the L2 and R2 values, as we know that when the buttons are depressed, the default values are 1. For ChatGPT 5.5, it did follow the directory ROS2 directory structure standard, but it's not usable. And my suspicion is that it used R2 and L2 for Z, but it didn't compensate for the default value. And it's similar to Opus as well, but Opus didn't follow the ROS2 directories structure standards. And keep in mind that Opus 4.7 is the most expensive amongst the three models. And I'm pretty sure that if we do multiple prompts to get it right, I think they can get it right, get it to the point where it's perfect. But for fair comparisons, I only sent two prompts and get the results. All right, guys, thank you very much for watching. I hope this is useful. And until then, see you later.